This video is going to be a brief introduction to using the Pythagorean trigonometric identities. The three Pythagorean trigonometric identities we're going to take a look at are sine squared plus cosine squared is equal to 1, tangent squared plus 1 equals secant squared, and 1 plus cotangent squared is equal to cosecant squared. Let's use those identities to simplify a given expression. So here's our expression, and we're going to use those identities that we have to hopefully compress that expression into just one trigonometric function or to just one number. Now, it's usually a good idea to start with tangent because we can split tangent up into sine over cosine. So we're going to be multiplying that by cosine squared theta. So go ahead and put that over 1. Plus cotangent squared, so tangent squared was sine squared over cosine squared. Cotangent squared is going to be cosine squared over sine squared times sine squared theta. If we put that over 1 as well, you'll notice that cosine squared and cosine squared will cancel or reduce to give us 1, leaving us with just sine squared over 1 or just sine squared theta. Plus sine squared over sine squared will cancel to give us 1 or reduce to give us 1, leaving us with just cosine squared theta. Now we can use our properties, our trigonometric identities, Pythagorean trigonometric identities, to note that sine squared plus cosine squared is equal to 1. So that long expression right there simplifies to 1. Alright, here's one for you to try. Go ahead and pause the video, work it out, and press play when you're ready to see the answer. So for this one, sine squared over cosine squared, if you remember sine over cosine is tangent, we can probably write that as, we can definitely write it as tangent squared theta. That may or may not help us. Let's just take a look at the rest of it. Cosecant squared is 1 over sine squared theta times sine squared theta. So sine squared theta, let's put that over 1. Sine squared over sine squared cancels or reduces to give us 1. So 1 over 1 is just 1, and we're left with tangent squared theta plus 1. Now tangent squared theta plus 1 is equal to secant squared theta. So this expression simplifies to just secant squared theta. There was a brief introduction to using those Pythagorean trigonometric identities to simplify some simple expressions.